You know what really makes me grumpy? Reactions to spoilers. Spoilers for the end of this video. Most of the time I think they're really stupid. But let's get this out of the way. I understand to a point about hating spoilers. Whether you're reading a book, watching a movie or TV show, or playing a game that has a heavy story in it, you don't want the ending to be spoiled for you. Especially if it's something like a murder mystery, where you're trying to figure out who the killer is. Well, obviously you don't want someone to tell you who it is before you get to the end of the story, because that takes the mystery out of the murder mystery. Now, don't act like that person committed a real murder just because they spoiled the end of a story for you, but I can understand the frustration. And sometimes there might be something in the middle of the story that can be ruined if it's spoiled. But when someone gets really angry because someone mentioned something about the beginning, or maybe spoiled something just at some point in the story, even though everyone was already expecting it, or they knew something was going to happen, they just didn't know exactly when, that's when it's really stupid. Or some sort of story that's been around for years and years and a majority of people already know all the spoilers, quote unquote. Like, if you get mad at somebody because they told you that Darth Vader was Luke Skywalker's dad, you're not justified in getting mad. That's almost common knowledge at this point. Or say someone's playing a level in, I don't know, Crash Bandicoot 4, It's About Time, and they're on the level just before Dingodile's level, and before they beat it, someone tells them that Dingodile is in the next level. It's not even really a big spoiler. Everyone already knew he was going to be in the game, but to act like you majorly ruin the story because of that is really stupid. Basically, if someone gets angry with you because you told them something that happens in the story that's not really a spoiler, or it's a very, very light spoiler and doesn't really ruin a lot of stuff, or say it's something, again, that's like common knowledge at this point, they're just being a jackass. And even if somebody spoils something a little more major, it's not the end of the world. Personally, I really don't mind spoilers, as long as they're not highly detailed for me. Say I hear or read about something that spoils the end of the story or a major plot point in the story. Well, as long as it's not in full detail, I don't mind it. In fact, sometimes it can get me more engaged in the story, like I want to see how it all plays out and see how it happens, what it looks like. Now, I understand not everyone feels that way, but to act like it's the end of the world and you're gonna ban somebody or you're not someone's friend anymore just because they told you a spoiler in a story, that's really unreasonable. There are much worse things out there than a spoiler, and I'm not just talking about the real-life world problems, like a bad movie or TV show, or an unfinished bad game, or, well, a bad story. So while I understand to a point about spoilers being frustrated with them, the way most people act about them, it's really stupid, unreasonable, and it just makes me really grumpy.